Welcome to High Level Techie. This is Jitin here, and today we are going to discuss about the voice AI custom actions, and we are going to discuss about updating a contact field action. So let's select update a contact field action here, and then you will see two options. You can update this contact field during the call or after the call. So if you click here, you will see that you can execute this action during the ongoing call, or if you select after the call, this execution will be after the call, right? So what is the difference and why and when you need to use them? So during the call, so if the information that you want to capture is actually critical, then you might want to use that during the call. So now let's talk about booking an appointment. So if you want to send out an appointment confirmation email to the caller, you need to have their email before booking that appointment. And if you want to use their name inside that email, you need to have their name captured before sending that email, right? So you see that the order of execution is actually very important. You need to capture the name first so that you can use that name inside the email. You need to have the email address so that you can send an email. So when someone is calling for the very first time, you only have their phone number in the system. So in that case, you don't have their name, you don't have their email address, you only have their phone number. So having a phone number is enough for the AI agent to book an appointment. But when you're trying to send an email, it wouldn't go because you haven't captured the email. But if you have captured the email, it would go without a name on it. So all of this would happen if you capture the details in a wrong order. So that is why when it comes to updating a contact field, the order or when you're capturing that information is crucial. So if you have already understood this, you would have already guessed that you have to capture the name during the call. So now let's set that up. So action name would be capture name, and the contact field we need to update is of course the first name. So you can go here and look for first name, which is a single value. Let's select that. So now it is telling me that we have already created this action. I believe it is auto created under after call. So I'm gonna cancel this and I'm gonna go here and I can see extract name is added as an action. And in this case, they are capturing this information after the call, but I want to do this during the call. So I'm gonna change that out. And action name is extract name, but I would change this to extract first name rather than the whole name. And I will store that under first name, right? And then I have a couple of options here, which I can save the value or I can replace this value. Saving the value would capture the value if it is missing, but if you have already captured that value, and then it would skip that part and it would keep the original value. But if you want to overwrite it and if you want to keep only the latest value, you can change this option to replace value. So in this case, even if you have already captured the value, it will be replaced with the incoming value. It might not work well with first name all the time, but if your clients are actually calling from a business, they can use the same number, but different people will be calling. In that case, you can actually replace the values. Then you would know who made that last call. So in that case, you can still use replace value. Otherwise, I would probably use save value. So I hope that part is clear. And now we have some advanced controls. If you click here, it is pretty much what we did earlier. So this is setting up the trigger, when and what to update in the field. You can mention that we need to capture the name of the caller, or you can also say, I want to capture the first name of the caller, first name of the user provided on the call. And then when that happens, the AI agent will know this is the time to run this tool, and it would run that and capture that information. And to make it easier for the AI agent to understand, you would also give a couple of options. So this is actually giving the whole name. So I'm going to change that to first names only. So John and Jane are a couple of examples that we can give, and the AI agent will understand everything that it needs to understand. So that is how you can update the contact field. And now if you click here, you get access to all the standard fields as well as the custom fields inside your account, and then you can map it across. And for example, if you're actually using this AI bot as your interview bot or a hiring bot, and you want to get the expected hourly rate from your candidates, you can use that. And you can see that the action name changes when I select this field. That is a new addition, which is great. And I can replace this value because maybe if they are applying again after a year or so, they have updated their hourly rate and I want to reflect that. So I can, instead of saving and skipping that value if it's available, I want to replace that value with the new or latest incoming value. And then I can specify my trigger either by typing it, or I can click here to generate with AI, and it is going to find out the context and it's going to generate from the name of the action and such. So you can see here, extract the candidate's expected hourly rate in AUD whenever they mention their pay expectations or desired hourly wage. Pretty easy. Life is made easier with AI, so you don't have to type down everything. So that is done. And it has also created some of the examples, $35, $50, whatever. And this is how you can save those values in a custom field. And now the question is, do you want to capture this value during the call or after the call? And you can see that this value is not very super critical for my actions in this call. So I can actually capture this value after the call. So once the call has ended, the AI agent will go through the whole transcript and find the answer to this question, and then it will capture the data and update this field. So that is all about updating a contact field using custom actions. So now we will talk about booking an appointment using custom actions in the next lesson. So I will see you there soon. Thank you and bye.